Minutes, they'll be flying overhead, rattling Safeco Field with the roof off. Everyone should get a nice view of the Blue Angels as Seafair continues. So too Mariners Live here on FSN, just minutes away from the Mariners and Royals. High up above here on Lookout Landing, we go down to the broadcast booth. First time I've ever been able to say that. Dave Niehaus, Mike Blowers calling the game. And guys, Mariners will win today. They win the series and a chance to get to 500 on this homestand.
Well, that's right, because this is the second series in a row in which the third game will be the rubber game of the series. And certainly as we look at that, I think the Mariners are playing a little bit crisper baseball, a little tighter knit, better defense too.
Well, I think they have all the way around, running the bases better, doing fundamentally things better than they had done previous to this homestand. The road trip was a tough one, so they're getting things together. Now can they take the next step? Can they turn those things into wins for this ball club the rest of the way out?
Well, the Mariners will go with their classy left-hander, Jason Vargas, this afternoon, who was outstanding in his last start against the Texas Rangers, picking up the W.
Hey, he's been really good all year long, and I think when you look at Vargas, a big surprise for this club. Here we are getting in towards the middle of August, and the way that this guy has pitched throughout the season, I think it surprised a lot of people, but he just continues to grind. I know, Dave, you enjoy watching the man go out and compete, and I think he'll have a nice ball game again today.
Kyle Davies gets a call for the Kansas City Royals. That's his third time, I guess, he's pitched against the Mariners with one no decision and one win. He's been kind of up and down all year long.
He has been. He has good stuff. He has a nice fastball, will be 93, 94 miles an hour with a good breaking ball. The problem is he can get a little erratic at times. So he loses track of the strike zone. So I think the Mariners, if they can be patient with him, get themselves into some good hitting counts, they should get some fastballs to hit today.
Well, I think a good omen, because the roof is beginning and now is just about completed. It's track on the track to completely open here this afternoon. Maybe the sun's going to break through, and I think it's going to end up being a very fine day here as we have the final day of Seafair 2010 out on Lake Washington. Good to have you with us. We'll be back and have baseball, the Mariners and the Kansas City Royals, right after this timeout. Well, the celebration of the summer continues this weekend as we have opened the roof for the final game of this 3-game series between the Mariners and the Kansas City Royals, with each club having won a ball game. So this is the rubber game of the 3-game series, and we welcome you to Safeco Field on this Sunday afternoon. At least the sun is beginning to break out here this afternoon, and we hope that it'll come out and burn off the clouds. Right now, let's have a look at the Kansas City Royals lineup, Michael.
Thank you, Dave. Leading things off, it'll be Blanco, then Kendall, Butler. Bettamy will hit 4th today, then it's Pena in the lineup as a DH. He will hit 5th. The Bielitzmeyer. Willie Bloomquist, and playing right field, he will hit 8th, and then Getz, the second baseman, hits 9th. Take a look at the numbers for Vargas. Really good numbers for him. 3.19 ERA, 132 innings pitched, just 36 walks, 85 strikeouts. And the defense behind them, Langerhans, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Lopez, Josh Wilson getting the start at shortstop, Biggins and Kochman on the right side, and Josh Bard will do the catching this afternoon.
Vargas, a brand new papa, little baby daughter. It's almost exactly 2 weeks ago, I suppose. And so Gregor Blanco will step in, the center fielder of the Royals, and he'll take the strike. Tony Randazzo is the man doing the ball and strike calling this afternoon behind home plate. Strike 2 on the outside corner. 65 degrees at game time. The wind out of the west at a couple of miles an hour. And that's foul back and out of play. Vargas, when he's on, as you probably know, will have a very good changeup. That's basically his out pitch. Trickler up the first base line, but foul. Josh Bard is the catcher this afternoon, and he was a last-minute replacement for Adam Moore. Adam Moore came up with a stiff back, and Josh Bard, who's had a stiff neck, was ready anyway. I think he's probably going to catch tomorrow anyway, but he's pulled back in there this afternoon.
I saw Adam. It looked like he was going out to the bullpen to get some early work in with Roger Hansen, and when he came back, he was scratched. Back tightened up on him.
And that's out of play. Off the third base side. The Royals, with the win last night, have already clinched the season series, as they are 5-3 against the Mariners. And a breaking ball. Towering fly ball. And an easy pick out there for Franklin Gutierrez. One down. Jason Kendall, the veteran catcher of the Kansas City Royals, a man that likes to catch every game. I mean, he's amazing. Catchers are usually burly guys. I mean, not always, but you look at his size. He's,
looks like a second baseman, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Another guy that catches every game and looks the same way as Kurt Suzuki. We'll see him tomorrow night.
Yep.
Oakland A's.
Yep. Probably may not being such a big guy. It takes a lot of the pressure off of his knees. If at one point they considered, and this is when he was back with the Pirates, moving him to a different position, because he used to run well before he broke his leg. And that wear and tear it puts on your body, but he's been a catcher his entire career.
Jammed him. Going to be a tough play. Bare hand. Throw. Josh Bard. Josh Wilson, it should say, makes the outstanding play. Taking the place of Jack this afternoon.
Jams Kendall, so he has to come and goes with the barehanded pickup. Gets rid of the ball quickly and an accurate throw over to Casey Kochman. Nice play for Josh.
Billy Butler is the hitter. In case you haven't heard, ex-Mariner Brandon Morrow came within 1 out pitching a no-hitter this afternoon. Evan Longoria hit a ground ball to second, and it just barely eluded the Toronto Blue Jay second baseman Aaron Hill.
The diving try by Hill.
Yep, off his glove, as a matter of fact, as I recall.
Yes.
And then the final out was the strike. He struck out 17 through 137 pitches.
After that, I thought it was interesting. After the base hit, after the deflection off the glove and the base hit, Cito Gaston, the manager for the Blue Jays, came out, had a quick conversation with Brandon, let him finish it, even though at that point he was at 131 pitches.
And it was a 1-0 ball game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And had runners at one at first and third with that base hit, with 2 away.
Yeah, it was a chance to see that, and it was really disappointing for Brandon.
So he loses Billy Butler, and switch hitting third baseman Wilson Betemit will step up to the plate. Betemit, not much to choose from either side, hit about the same thing. Matter of fact, within 1 point. 343 right-handed, 342 left-handed. On the outside corner. Toward the hole. Over to plug it up. Figgy does. Throws the first and just does get it. Outstanding play by Sean Figgins, because his momentum was carrying him over to the foul portion down the right field line. So Figgins stops this one from squirming through. And here in the first, nothing doing for Kansas City. The Mariners coming up.
Thank you, Angie. And for the Mariners, leading things off, it will be Ichiro, then Figgins, Kochman, Branyan, Gutierrez, Lopez, Bard. He gets the start this afternoon. He will hit 7th. Langerhans still filling in for Saunders will hit 8th, and Josh Wilson will hit 9th.
Ichiro takes the first pitch a little bit inside from Davies. Thinking home run there on that swing.
That was a good changeup from Davies.
Ichiro blanked last night. That's quite a story. Being offered by the Kansas City Royals. And that's fouled back and out of play. Bruce Chen and Blake Wood did something only one group of Kansas City hurlers had done since April of 2005. That was combining to give Ichiro an 0 for 4. He had an 18-game hitting streak against Kansas City. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he is down on strikes. 1 away.
See the numbers for Davies. ERA over 5, 118 innings pitched for him, 57 walks. Having some patience will help the Mariners out today. And the defense behind him in the outfield will be Myers, Blanco, and Willie Bloomquist. And right across the infield, Betterment, Aviles, Getz, and Billy Butler over at first base. And Jason Kendall will catch this afternoon.
Peggy still looking for his first hit against Kyle Davies. He's 0 for 9 against him. About 20,000, maybe a few more than that here this afternoon. 22,000. Aviles throws him out. So Casey Kotzman will be the hitter. The season ends, the regular season ends 8 weeks from today. And the amazing thing is, as you look at the standings today, as we begin play with the exception of the American League West, 2 games or less separate the first 2 teams in every other division in baseball. You talk about parity, there is some there. Great races. And that's not to say that Texas can't be caught either, because they might be able to be caught. It'll be tough.
I think it will be tough, and I think anybody was going to do it be the Angels, and they're just not playing well right now. They lost again today to the Tigers 9-4.
Texas in Oakland this afternoon. And there's no score down there. As Kotzman is jammed and pops this one off the third base side and into the stands. Foul back and out of play. Hey, that's Fat Albert. That's a support plane for the Blue Angels. That's a C-130T Hercules. United States Marine Corps runs that beautiful machine. That is popped up into shallow left field and just barely off the skin. The shortstop Mike Aviles makes the catch, and an easy 1-2-3 inning. No score after 1. And you get another shot at Fat Albert coming overhead over Safeco Field. And Brian Pena, I should say, the switch hitting designated hitter of the Royals, takes a strike. A ball and a strike. It'll be interesting to see what the Royals do after the year is over, because Ned Yost took this ball club over. That's a strike on the outside corner on May the 14th, and basically kept the entire coaching staff. And usually after the manager takes over on an, and they sign him for the next year, and they have Ned Yost, as he's signed through 12 now, because that is an easy pop-up handled out there by KC Katzman. They let the manager make his decision on his coaches. So
right.
Interesting to see if they change the coaches.
Well, he's managed before. He was with the Brewers, and I'm sure he has his own guys available to him. Maybe he's evaluating this staff until he wants to keep around. It's Kevin Seitzer standing next to him, our friend Rusty Kuntz over at first base. But he'll make his own evaluation. I would suspect that he will change a couple of them. They usually like to have somebody close to him on their staff.
Mike Aviles has taken a strike. And the count goes to 2 strikes on him now. Just a little inside. The Mariners losing 2-1 last night. Amazingly, the 30th time in which they have scored 2 runs or less during the season. They did that 30 times all of last year.
There's a long ways to go. Another 50 games to be played.
Yep. Josh, an easy play. So Wilson throws out Aviles. Mitch Meyer will be the hitter. For just $10 now, you're going to be able to get a great seat on BECU Family Night tomorrow as the Mariners host the A's. Plus, the savings continue with $2 hot dogs and special discounts at the Mariners team stores. So get your tickets at mariners.com. Doug Fister tomorrow night against Vin Mazzaro of the Oakland Athletics. Mitch Meyer with a strike on him. Make it 2. Got him on a changeup, a nice breaking ball. That's his first strikeout, and an easy in order 1-2-3 second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. No score.
And his boys.
Yep.
Little guy over there.
Here is Russell Branyan. He accounted for the only Mariner run last night as he hit a towering fly over the center field fence in the 4th inning, and that was to be it. 1 ball and no strikes to count on Russell, and it counted a ball and a strike. Night game tonight featuring the Yankees and the Red Sox one more time. That's too high. Tampa Bay falling on some hard times with that loss today. Almost a no-hitter. Lost 5 in a row now. Came after him with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That's reaching back. I didn't realize he threw that hard.
He'll be between 93 and 95. Probably a good changeup so far today. You know, it was interesting. I didn't realize. I hadn't thought about it. You take a look at this fastball, 95 miles an hour, and throws it by Russell. But that would have been the 3rd time the Rays have been no-hit this year.
Yes, it would have been.
Is that something? Wow.
Franklin Gutierrez, 8 for 16 against Kyle Davies. Two and two. Davies will give up a home run. He shoots 16 of them this year. While backing out play, Ryan Rowland-Smith got the start yesterday in Iowa and struggled a little bit.
I think didn't go well for him.
5 innings of work and give up 11 hits, 5 runs. Three and 2 on Franklin Gutierrez. Hit to right field. Yeah, fairly easy play for Willie Blomquist out there. So quickly 2 down. It's always one of the most collectible giveaways of each season, and it's right around the corner. Mark your calendar for Ichiro bobblehead night. That's on Friday, August the 27th. The Mariners playing the Twins, and the first 20,000 fans receiving an Ichiro bobblehead, courtesy of UW Medicine and FSN. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. or any Mariners team store, as that ball is rammed right to the backhand side at Mike Aviles. The shortstop throws high, but the first baseman Butler comes back down on the bag just in time to get Jose Lopez. So here in the second, 1, 2, 3, 6 up, 6 down against Kyle Davies. Will go to the third with no score. AT&T trivia question, and we want to know which hitting feat has happened the most times in Major League Baseball. A home run your first career at bat, or a home run in the last career pitch, I should say. Not at bat, but career pitch ever thrown to you. First or the last career pitch. We've had a couple of. Arredondo did it for Aaron Sebia, I beg your pardon. J.P. Aaron Sebia for the Toronto Blue Jays. And Daniel Nava of the Boston Red Sox, of course, hit one earlier, a grand slam home run on the first pitch thrown to him as the pitch is popped up by Willie Bloomquist back and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. But which has happened most? The guy getting a home run in the first pitch to him, or the guy hitting a home run in the last pitch to him of his Major League career? 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Swing and a foul back. I think maybe the most famous last pitch home run that I can remember anyway ever hit was Ted Williams with the Boston Red Sox when he rounded the bases, headed into the dugout, headed up the runway into the clubhouse, took a shower and left the ballpark. I think before the press even got there. And the pitch is fouled off the first base side and almost overrunning it, but staying with it, Casey Kotzman to take care of Bloomquist. Foul out.
See Casey running over, looking for the rail, almost overruns it, but is able to make the adjustment. I would think if you had a home run in your last at bat, why wouldn't you come back the next year and get another? You'd have to walk away. So I would say A. I'm going to go with A.
Well, that's what they say about hitting one good shot in a golf round, too.
It brings you back, right?
Yeah, it does. It used to do it to me, and I'd hit 100 bad ones and one good one. And a nice easy roller right to second, and Figgins will throw out Chris Getz on a nice change. So 2 down. Felix Hernandez scheduled to take the mound on Tuesday, as the A's will be here. The Mariners also welcome all U.S. military members with a discounted View Reserve ticket for just $10. Plus, you'll receive 20% off regular price merchandise at all Mariners team stores that day with a valid military ID. For tickets, you can visit mariners.com. Gregor Blanco bunts the ball back toward the mound, picked up, and a nice play. Very nicely, not panicking. Jason Vargas has a very easy 3rd inning. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 3rd and no score. He might be listening to our broadcast. Josh Bard is the hitter, and he takes a strike. And Davies misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that might be a tough one for me.
Nice easy ground ball he gets. So let's give you your response on the trivia question. Home run on the first career pitch, you say 82%. Home run on the last career pitch, say 18%. Well, wow. The answer is, look at that. Badly wrong right there. I really had no idea. Last career pitch 41 times. We got a list of some of the more notable ones. And one was the one I talked about, Ted Williams, back in 1960. There was one Mariner that had a home run in his last official at bat, but you don't remember.
That I don't remember him?
Played in 1978. Second year of the Mariners. I didn't realize this either. Catcher. Kevin Paisley.
No, you're right. I don't. Do you?
Well, yeah, I remember him, but I don't remember that was, you know, his final hit in the big leagues was a home run, a swing, and a miss. So down on strikes is Ryan Langerhans. And that's a third strikeout for Kyle Davies. Other players of note to get home runs in their last pitch. Tony Kubek. Mikey Cochran, Hall of Fame. Albert Bell.
I was surprised to see that many.
Here's Josh Wilson now fouling it back and out of play. And a ground ball right back up the middle. There's a first base hit of the ball game. And it goes to Josh Wilson. You remember what you did in your final at bat?
I have no idea. I was trying to think of that, and I cannot remember.
Here is Ichiro. Struck out in the first inning.
I think because I wasn't sure that it was going to be my final at bat. I don't remember.
Whoops. Pretty good move.
Quick feet.
Strike on the outside corner. And a high chopper. Ichiro finds the shortstop there, who just stands, practically tags the bag for the out. By the way, Mike, October 3rd, 99 in Oakland, you struck out at the top of the 8th inning. That was it.
Good time to quit. Take it to the house.
Okay. After 3, no score.
Good pitching performance through 3 by Jason Vargas and Kyle Davies. Only 1 hit in this ball game, and that was by Josh Wilson. Vargas looking good again.
He does look good. He has a good changeup. I think so far the thing that I've noticed from him is he's making a real effort to throw his fastball inside to the right-hander. He hasn't had many strikes in there, but he continues to throw fastballs inside to the right. He's setting his changeup up, and he's getting his ground balls, and so far things have looked pretty easy for him.
And he's worked really well against the Kansas City Ball Club. Speaking of ground balls, Lopez has one. Off the bat, Jason Kendall, 1 down. Kid's very creative today. Watching over on the radio, saw some good stuff.
A lot of signs out today.
A lot of birthdays as well. Billy Butler walked his first time. $20 hours. Can't see from where, but 20 hours is a long from Idaho. All right. Stung right field. Ichiro. No, he had it, dropped it. Butler digging for second. 2-base hit for Billy Butler. Good effort by Ichiro. Last extension. Couldn't hold on to it. Of course, like freeze came.
It looks like he goes out, has a bead on it, and it hits in the heel of his glove instead of the webbing. It ends up bouncing off the heel of his glove and hits the warning track for the first base hit for the Royals today.
32nd double for Billy Butler. Club leader. Wilson Betterman. Got the play Figgy made on him to end the first inning. Similar type play, that circumstance a little bit different. Aaron Hill tried to make up in Toronto. Of course, the ball that Longoria hit was hit on the turf and was really fast moving. Hill did a good job to even get a glove on it. That was in the Brandon Morrow bid for a no-hitter. Jason Vargas 6-2 here at home, a 2.23 ERA. Bummer for him. 5 no decisions here at home. Left with the lead once, twice with the tie, and twice trailing. One to better me. Walked in. So some 1-out trouble here for Vargas.
It's always interesting to watch a pitcher. We have another jet go by the stadium. To watch a pitcher, he just been cruising with his windup. And then all of a sudden he gives up the double. And you put him in the stretch and he walks the next guy on 5 pitches. A little out of sync, not quite as comfortable. Hopefully he can make a good pitch here, get another ground ball, which he's done a nice job of so far to get his double play and get off the field.
A lot of cloud cover, but you can feel the presence of the Blue Angels. Weather's cooperated here in the last hour or so. Opened the roof before the first pitch. Fouled back. First time we're seeing Brian Pena in this series. That one fouled back as well. 1-2. 2 up high. Just keep fighting them off.
Making some good pitches on the outside corner.
So it's gone to 3-2 against switch hitting DH Brian Pena. Mike Aviles on deck. Three-two pitch.
Throwing a fastball. Pena fouls it back up here towards the booth. See if Vargas will come back with a changeup. He will throw his changeup at any point.
Three-two pitch to Pena. Struck him out. A big one. Second K today. 2 outs here in the 4th. Vargas needed that one. And now they'll go against Aviles. Mariners and Boeing, they're going to tip their caps to the youngsters at the Salute to Kids Day on Sunday, August 29th. The Mariners host the Twins, all kids 14 and under. Take home a Franklin Gutierrez replica jersey. Plus, fans ages 6 to 14 can enter now for honorary ballpark jobs, including DJ Safeco Field announcer, groundskeeper, and more. A fly ball to Ichiro, and that'll do it. Vargas got out of trouble. Only 2 hits in the ball game here at Safeco. Why not? Sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. Back here at Safeco Field, bottom of the 4th. Sean Figgett's the leadoff. It's a battle between Kyle Davies and Jason Vargas. Davies has 10 no decisions on his ledger, 9 for Vargas. And both are throwing like aces today for the most part. Fouled off by Figgins. Figgins grounded out to short his first time up.
I think the difference with Davies that I've seen so far today, he has a plus changeup. We've seen a good fastball from him. He's topped out at 95 miles an hour, but he's been able to throw his changeup for strikes.
Here's the hit zone for Figgy. And as you know, Mika does a great job. For every hit that the Mariners bang through, they're going to donate $10 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Bellevue. Thanks, Mika. Davies has got one win against the Mariners this year, 3-1 for his career. Figgins earns a walk. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk for Davies. Right now, let's check out our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. More info on your minor league situation. You've got Chavez with 27 home runs. Hillman with 26, Wilson with 24, and Poitras with 23. Hopefully, in the near future, that'll transfer into home runs up here at the big league level. There's Casey Kochman. Popped out to the shortstop his first time.
Figgins has been aggressive on the bases. Davies, quick move over to first, and that last pitch to home, that fastball that he just threw, that was also pretty quick. So we'll see if Figgins wants to try him.
29 out of 37 base stealing. Pitch out there, thinking along with it. Turn him loose here.
Well, he has the green light. I'd let him go anytime he feels like he can make it. He's been running the base as well, so why not?
Big swing, foul ball into the catcher's glove. 1-2. Kochman batting in a 3-home. 7 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Casey won for his last 14, trying to get going here. Good lead by Figgins. Two. Pittsburgh Pirates fired their pitching coach, Joe Kerrigan. Gary Varsho, their bench coach. They are going through their 18th consecutive non-winning season in Pittsburgh.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Sure is. Storied franchise, one of the originals.
Haven't been to it, from what I understand. A beautiful new ballpark.
It's a nice park, it really is. Yeah. Look out on the Roberto Clemente Bridge and beyond right center. Allegheny River right outside. Similar to the way you hit into the water in right field in San Francisco.
Well, Davies working hard trying to keep Figgins over at first base.
Wait. Both pitchers are pitching. Boy, you get a guy on. It's like gold, Jerry. It's like gold. You better get him in. Even better lead for Figgy now. Takes off. Good jump. Swung on and fouled off. Well, he got a great jump.
He did, and he picked the right pitch and off-speed pitch to run on. Everything was there for him. Nothing that Casey Kochman can do in a 2-2 count. If it's in the strike zone, he has to swing out. Ends up fouling it off. But a nice jump and a breaking ball.
2-2 to Kochman with Figgins aboard. One hit for both teams. Bouncing ball of Vilas will go to Getz for one. Butler for two. Quick turn there. Let's take a look at our Quest High Speed pitch brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Davies topping at 95. Vargas at 89. I'll bring up Russell Brandon, struck out on a 3-2 pitch back in the second inning yesterday. Launched one. First pitch he saw, 2 outs, 4th inning. Made home run number 14. It was his first home run since July 5th here at Safeco against these Royals.
Well, here we are in the 4th inning again. Why not do it again?
Russell with a good count here, 2-0. Big swing on this, 2-1. So 3-1 to Brennan. 2 hits in the ballgame. Billy Butler in the 4th for Kansas City. 3rd inning, Josh Wilson for the Mariners. Three balls, 2 strikes.
It's been interesting watching the Royals go after Russell. I saw it last night with Soria on the mound at the end of the game, throwing fastballs above the belt. And so far, Davies has tried to do the same thing, throw fastballs above the belt to Russell.
Down low, he's aboard. Ball 4. Second walk in the inning and a ball game for Davies. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew. 2 outs, 1 on, 4th inning. Franklin Gutierrez, 8 for 17 career against Davies stands in. He flied out to right in his first at bat. Break one. Davies working from the 3rd base side of the rubber. Help his action going away. Any pitch going away from right here. 1-1. Gutierrez. 2-1. Last night, the 30th time this season the Mariners have scored 2 runs or fewer. That was tough last night. Never made the adjustment against Bruce Chen. Mariners in 1-run games now 14 and 21. 35 and 20 a year ago.
Well, they really didn't have many opportunities last night. Only 0 for 2 with men in scoring position. And that came in the 9th inning.
Two out, 1 on for Gutierrez, 3-1. Two.
Russell get a running start over at first base with a 3-2 count, 2 outs. Looking for a gap, a little gap out in left center field. Blanco, the center fielder, shading towards right on Franklin.
Brendan goes, pitch. Hit right at the center field. Slicing away from him. Nice adjustment by Blanco. Well done. 4 in the books. Only 2 hits in the ball game. Lots of zeros on the board today. Meyer, Bloomquist, and Getz coming up. Good for Brandon Morrow. 137 pitches. Nice stop there by Vargas. Myers retired. 137 pitches. And after the no-no, Cito Gaston went out. You know, give him a chance to catch his breath. You all right? Both of them nodded their heads. Cito turned around and left. He was there for about 8 seconds.
Yeah, I was surprised by that because, you know, you put so much pressure on the manager in those situations. And at 131 pitches, that's almost unheard of these days. So I thought once he lost it, he was going to pull him for sure. Ends up with 137 for his pitch count.
Willie Bloomquist.
And I believe he struck out the last batter, right, to end the game.
Yeah, 17th strikeout of the afternoon. Good for him. Boy, he changes, he got a different windup, more of a windup. Brandon needs to go that minimalist approach, not to foul out of play. We're in the 5th inning here at Safeco. Cloudy day, very comfortable though. Boy, you like the temperature, 65 degrees. There's 2 hits in the ball game. Jason Vargas and Kyle Davies getting after it. Rubber game of this series. Mariners win 7-1 on Friday night, beating Zach Greinke. And then last night, they were bedazzled by Bruce Chen. Talked to Chen radio pregame show, and he said he hit one of his heroes. You bet, Jamie Moyer. I said, well, we put your name and his name in the same sentence last night.
A couple of times.
Yep. Now Lois says he watches a lot of Jamie Moyer tape of teams that he's going to face and see if he can adapt the same approach. And he's a year and a half, almost 2 years off of Tommy John surgery, Bruce Chen. So,
well, he did a nice job last night. Really had a good changeup going, and big sweep breaking ball.
second start in this series for Willie Bloomquist, 1 for 3 on Friday night. On deck, second baseman Chris Getz. comes the 3-2. Bloomquist is aboard. Third walk by Vargas. Check out the Mariners calendar. Brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Oakland comes in for the next 3 nights, then an off day, then the biggest, longest road trip of the season. Cleveland, Baltimore, New York, and Boston coming up. How about Buck Showalter over in Baltimore? Won again today. He's 5-1. Baltimore 4-3 over the White Sox. As Getz looks at ball 1. And Baltimore with that win now with 37. 4 wins behind the Mariners. Baltimore currently with the worst record in the American League. Back with a strike. Gets in an RBI single last evening.
I think if Willie Bloomquist decides to run, he'll go on first move from Vargas. He won't try to read whether he's coming over to first or go to home. As soon as he starts his motion, he will take off. So it's a guessing game for Bloomquist.
Only 6 out of 9 this year. Ground ball at Cashman. Josh Wilson for 1. Back to Vargas. No. They got the lead runner.
It's always a tough one to turn. 3-6-1. Nice play. Vargas is a really good athlete. It was pretty nifty to catch the ball on the move like that and be able to sweep his foot across the top of the bag. Looks like Getz just beat him.
Two out men at first now. Top of the order, Gregor Blanco.
It's a good play by Josh Wilson, too. A lot of times shortstops will get in a hurry. They have that clock in their head, and they'll fire it over there, which makes it a real difficult play. He threw the ball just firm enough to where Vargas could still handle it and possibly get the runner.
I don't think there's any question that I haven't seen anybody this year that is that far up on the bat.
I was thinking about it last night, and the closest I can come is Brett Butler. Brett Butler was the last guy that I can remember that really choked up like that, and that's been a while.
So yeah, he's had 10 years, right?
Oh yeah,
easy.
Yeah.
Vargas has walked 3, struck out 2, given up 1 hit. Josh Wilson gets there. Biggie completes the play. 5 in the books. And another 0 posted by Jason Vargas here at Safeco Field. This youngster enjoying the sights here at the ballpark. Time for some rally cries, Mike. Boys need them.
But they do need him. We have Tanner. He's at the ballpark today celebrating his 8th birthday. And his dad brought him to his first Mariner game.
Cool. Here's Arizona. Dad rocking the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Happy birthday, Tanner.
Having some fun.
Looks like Dad needs to take care of his arm.
Yeah. Doing yeoman work today. Lopez barred Langer hands against Kyle Davies. Down the line. Foul. Yeah! Good
Nice
catch.
play.
Ball girl down there. Caught it cleanly. Two and two to Lopez. Lopez grounded out to short.
Let's see if we can get the guys to score some runs now for Jason Vargas. That's been an issue this year with Vargas on the mound. Yeah, run support has been troubling for him.
Down the line. Wow. Lopez, Vargas, as we mentioned, 9. Another nice catch down there. Attaboy. Vargas 9 no decisions. Left twice with the lead. 5 times left tied and twice trailing. Old school Mariner hat on. Kid's mitt still fits. Breaking it in. Yeah. All right, so young lady, everything's good. She gets a souvenir. Broken bat. Ground ball gets, throws out Lopez. One out here in the 5th. In terms of run support, Felix and Vargas tied. They are 7th and 8th respectively in Major League Baseball. They get less than 3.5 runs per ball game. And Felix and Vargas, they're tied with 7 wins. The lead Mariners starters ran in the league with 8 wins, tops in ball club. Boy, they have. Vargas at 7 and 5. Here's Bard. And Felix Hernandez at 7 and 9 with a 2.94 ERA. Just a little bit of hitting, huh? Billy Butler comes up with 2 down. Looking for a way to save money? Going to and from the airport, take Link Light Rail. For schedules, visit soundtransit.org. Quick 2 outs here in the Mariner home 5th. Ryan Langerhans struck out on 3 pitches his first at bat.
Kyle Davies waiting on Billy Butler, who made the last play, had to tie his shoe.
See what Langerhans can do. 2 outs. Strike 1. Breaking ball and a good one. 1-2.
Ryan looking for that fastball and ends up getting a change up and a breaking ball.
Trying to solve Kyle Davies. Hit him in Decatur, Georgia. Came up through the Atlanta Braves system. 0-2. So he fouls it right into Kendall's glove, and Langerhans having a tough day. Swung 3 times and has struck out twice today in a 0-0 ball game. 3 in Baltimore, 3 night games. And Jason Kendall. Vargas. On 1 to the Kansas City catcher. Tell you what, that dad down there might be in line for second ball.
Kids are doing well down in the left field corner.
Got some eats in the baseball. Just out of the reach. Josh Wilson. Josh made a nice bare hand play to throw at Kendall back in the first inning.
Looks like Kendall was fooled on that last pitch. Another changeup out in front of it, pulls it in the hole. Josh just can't get to it.
Here's Butler. And keeping score. Next third base. Double to right. In and out of each row's glove. That's a base hit into the gap. Langerhand's trying to cut it off. And he does. 2 quick base knocks here by Kansas City.
I think this pitch jams him a little bit. Inside out swing. Ball slicing away from Langerhand's and left.
Bad news, more bad medical news for the Mariners. Jack Wilson just he suffered a fractured fifth metatarsal on his right hand. He'll see a hand specialist tomorrow. Big one of betterment. We got a stiff back from Adam Moore. He gets scratched late for first pitch today. We got Sean Kelly possibly facing another Tommy John swing.
Hopefully they'll get Saunders back sometime soon.
Or else they.
He crashed into the wall the other night.
49 games to go after today. What you'd like to see as many guys make it to the finish line healthy as possible. Ball fell back 1-2. Benjamin with a ground out to second and a walk. Kansas City now with 3 hits. Mariners with 1. Fly ball center field. Gutierrez gets on it. Runner tags. Kendall gets a third safely. 1 out. So 1 out runners at the corners. You won't want to miss tomorrow's all-new Seahawks All Access on FSN with training camp intensifying. We've got veteran lawyer Malloy wired for sound at Hawks practice. Plus, we'll have a look at some old-school drills that Coach Pete Carroll is instituting at camp. That and more tomorrow night at 10:30 on the Emmy-nominated Seahawks All Access. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Ryan Pena.
Don't think Billy Butler will be going anywhere.
They were still talking about him getting thrown out.
On the play from Biggins.
Not pleased over Kansas City side. On 1 to Pena, switch hitter. DHing today, he's 0 for 2. A lot of foul balls.
Yeah. It's only the second time that the Royals have had a runner in scoring position. So far, they're 0 for 3. They had a double back in the 4th inning with 1 out. Vargas was able to pitch around that. See a ground ball to Josh Wilson right now. Get a double play.
On 2 strikes. Way outside. Pena's gone. 2 down here in the 6th. 3rd strikeout for Vargas.
See, the pitch is inside. We talked about him pitching inside a lot to set up a good changeup away. The only pitch he threw away from the entire at bat. Once he gets 2 strikes on him, he's able to punch him out.
Second time he's Cade Pena. Mitch Meyer, the other strikeout victim. Here's Mike Aviles.
Another fastball inside.
What a good pitch. Through the hole. Figgins there. Can he get up and throw him out? He's got no play. Run scores. Good effort. Infield single, RBI for Aviles. 1-0 Kansas City.
You can't even see Figgins in the picture. Hits it over towards the hole, and here he comes. Knocks it down. No play.
Aviles' 16th run batted in. Mitch Meyer stands in. He's 0 for 2. Kansas City runners at 1st and 2nd. Sixth hitter to the plate here for Kansas City in the 6th inning. Look out. I remember Vargas' pace being this deliberate in the past when he's had runners on base. I know he works very quickly with nobody.
Right. He can slow it down, especially with runners in scoring position. He takes a little bit more time.
Kochman fields it cleanly. He'll take it himself. Kansas City on the board. A run on 3 hits. They leave 2. Coming up for the Mariners, Josh Wilson, Ichiro, and John Figgins.
Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Back here in Seattle with the sun trying to break through. Cloudy day. Beautiful day for have the kids out. Take in a baseball game. Josh Wilson. He's got the only Mariner hit. Mariners have had 2 other base runners. And the Mariners have yet to get a runner to second base. That dies.
Josh with a cupped bat. Hits it off the end. Takes a piece of it out there. Splinters it.
Tony Rendazzo, the home plate umpire, going over to get a piece of it. Mariners had a threat in the 4th. Double play turned them away. 1-1 to Josh. He singled to center. Back in the 3rd inning. Swing, foul, 2-2. Davis done a heck of a job here today. A guy that's had 5 no decisions in his last 6 starts and 7 of his last 9.
The splits aren't great, but he's been able to throw his changeup. Give the guy something else to think about, and has had a good fastball at 95 miles an hour. So far, 76 pitches for him, 45 strikes, 31 balls.
3-2 to Josh Wilson. It's like Josh is going to get a chance to play regular basis with Jack Wilson fractured 5th metatarsal on his right hand. Jack's missed a lot of time. He had the leg injury earlier. Today's Josh's 64th ball game. Jack Wilson's played in 61. 8th pitch coming up. 3-2. Fly ball center field for Blanco. One out here in the home 6th. Later on tonight, the red hot Seattle Sounders FC return to MLS competition. They'll take on the Houston Dynamo. You can see it right here on FSN and FSN HD. Check your local listings for match time in your area. Here's Ichiro. He struck out in the 1st and reached the fielder's choice. That strikeout is 63rd of the season, and the most he struck out in one season was 77 back in 2007. Right now he's on pace to possibly surpass that mark. The better news, he's got 142 hits, 49 games after today. Get 200 for the 10th consecutive time. Vargas talking things over.
He's throwing another nice ball game.
What's a continuing story, isn't it?
It is.
Ichiro, there's a base hit. Gets it on a 2-1 pitch. Second hit today by the Mariners.
Take a look at pitch away, just flips it into left field.
143 for Ichiro.
Figgins has been playing well lately. His average up to 251. Don Wakamatsu wants to put the game in motion.
Tell you what, not a heck of a lot happening. Might as well.
Might as well. See if we can get the infielders to move around. Maybe Figgins can find a hole somewhere. Go 1st to 3rd. 1 out.
Ichiro 28 out of 35 in base steal. Strike one to Figgins. Ichiro taking the lead, not a big one. At third, poised to come in. Butler drops that. Figgins taking a good look at Lee Tinsley, giving the signs down at third base. Played Figgins shallow, and the center fielder Gregor Blanco shading towards left center. Big gap between Blanco in center and Bloomquist in right.
Looking at our tracer, looks like Figgins caught a break. That last pitch right in the middle of the plate.
See if he can take advantage. 1-1 with Ichiro at first. In there. Called strike 2, 1-2. Oh, yep. Take a look at that tracer. That pretty much came right back to the same spot and got the call this time. Kyle Davis. Davies is set. Ichiro with lead. 1-2 to Figgins. Again standing. Ichiro goes. Swung on, hit through the hole, beautifully done. Ichiro, the play in front of him, will get to third. There you go, little offense.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about. The shortstop Aviles goes to cover the bag. Take another look at it. This is just a routine ground ball where Aviles was standing, and Figgins ends up getting a base hit. And because Ichiro was running, it doesn't matter that the ball goes to left field. He's able to get around to third. So a real opportunity for Casey Kochman and the Mariners with a runner on third and just one out.
First back-to-back hits today by the Mariners. They have 3. Kansas City has 4. Kansas City with a 1-0 lead. Down low to Kochman. So 1 out. Kochman, a .256 hitter. Runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs. Figgins takes off. No throw. 30th stolen base for Sean Figgins.
And this is a big stolen base because it takes the double play away. Figgins, good jump. Ball is down. Kendall doesn't even try to throw it down to second base, worried about Ichiro over at third. So good time to run again for Figgins. Take the double play away from the Royals. Royals will play their infield. Looks like they're going to play back. So Casey Kochman, a ground ball out, will score a run.
Let's be greedy. Base hit gets 2.
Okay.
Two 2-0 count. We got the 2 fastest guys in the ball club. Second and third. Davies 2-1, 1 out. hung one, and that thing hammered foul.
You want to get real greedy. Casey Kochman has hit a couple of home runs off of Davies.
Mariners offense crying out for a hit. Beat Zach Greinke 7 runs on 11 hits on Friday night. Bruce Chen shut him down last night, 2-2. Cannot afford to let this one get by. Got to cash in on this opportunity. Back up the middle. Ichiro scoring. Here comes Figgins. The throw will be cut off. Casey Kochman delivers a 2-2 base hit up the middle, and the Mariners have a 2-1 lead. Couple of RBI for Kochman gets him to 36.
Take a look at this last pitch. It's a breaking ball. Casey stays back on it, hits it right back up the middle. Nice at bat. 6 pitches for Kochman in the at bat. Nice base hit, driving a couple of runs.
So Vargas has the margin now 2-1. Wentz is Tony Rendazzo, strike 1 to Brandon. You know what? We'll give you guys a little bit of credit. You had to sign up. We found you. It all works together.
Some nice artwork there.
0-2 now to Brandon.
I wonder if Vargas is done. Looks like Jamie Wright is up in the Mariners' pen.
Vargas, if he is done, he'll leave with the lead. Brandon just staying alive. 0-2. Inning started with Josh Wilson battling Davies. He pitched batting fly to center. Ichiro single to left. Figgins came up. So you look at pitch number 100 coming up. Figgins with a hit and run single to left and stole second. Base hit by Kochman. One and two coming here to Brandon with Kochman at first. Casey Kochman at first for Russell Brandon. Russell struck out and walked today. Upstairs, 2-2. Franklin Gutierrez on deck behind Big Russ. Back-to-back base hits here by the Mariners in the 6th. Swung on and missed. Brandon is gone. Second time he struck out today. That's the 5th K for Davies. Former Marin Kanakoa Teixeira is getting ready to throw it. Warming up here for KC. Don't miss out on the new FSN fan alerts. Just text FSN to 95323. Get your updates on when you can watch your favorite teams. Stay informed on the biggest events in Northwest sports and receive exclusive offers and giveaways. Text FSN to 95323. Sign up today. Down low to Gutierrez. Fly to right, fly down the center.
Mariners have made Davies work in this inning. Pitch count getting up there. He's at 100 pitches now. He'll make a mistake to Franklin, see if he can get into one.
A 1-0. He did go. Right, Martin. First base umpire, 1-1.
31 pitches so far in the 6th inning. The hope is that he's tired and will leave a pitch up and out over the plate.
That one, Mr. Gutierrez would like to have back.
Yeah, up in the middle of the plate. Not an aggressive swing by Franklin.
1-2. 2 outs with Kochman at first base. 2 runs in on Case's 2-run single. Kochman's hung up. He's dead meat. He thought that ball got through. And Butler's going to apply the tag. An inglorious ending to the 6th inning, but a productive inning nonetheless as the Mariners pick up 2 on the Kochman 2-run single and have a 2-1 lead. Jamie Wright will take over on the mound. Yes, they are. It's a very good division. Very good division. 2 teams up at the top. 2-1 lead for the Mariners as we begin the 7th inning here at Safeco Field. Jason Vargas' day is done. He leaves with the lead. 6 innings, 4 hits. A run it was earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 90 pitches, 64 for strikes. Jamie Wright takes over. It'll be his 28th game.
Yeah, nice outing for Vargas.
Back up the middle. Figgy got it. Can't make the play.
It would have been tough to throw Willie out anyways. Nice effort by Figgins on that broken bat. Base hit back up the middle, but with Willie's speed, I think he beats it out.
Kansas City puts a tying run on board immediately.
See Figgins as he goes for the quick exchange. It looks like he has the ball at the end of his glove, right in the webbing, and just can't get the handle. Again, Willie probably beats that out. Nice try by Figgins.
A good base stealing threat, which Chris gets. What? And a good one. Lopez throws down to Kochman.
Well, I like Jason Vargas and his game plan going into today. Threw a lot of fastballs inside to the right-handers, really set up his changeup. And he pitched well. Take a look at the left-hand hitting Meyer right here on an off-speed pitch. Really did a nice job, helped himself out. He leaves with the lead, which is a nice thing for him. I haven't seen that very often.
One out runner at second, the tying run. Gregor Blanco will be the hitter for Jamie Wright. Jamie pitched Thursday in the Texas 6-0 win here. Got knocked around in 2/3 of an inning. 3 hits, 3 runs. Time is called. Wright was ignoring Blomquist and ready to go, and Blanco stepped out.
Josh Wilson and Figgins better keep an eye on Willie. He looked like he was getting a pretty good lead. Josh will sneak up on now. He's going back.
Holds the runner. Nice job. 6-8. Jamie Wright. Nice play. Rebound, Jamie Wright. He gave serious thought. Like he gave some thought to maybe looking at a bare hand effort here. Yeah, you got to get the glove over quickly. Nice job. Jason Kendall, the Kansas City catcher. Infield hit his last time up, 1 for 3. He's got a run scored. When the Kendall breaking ball hit the center field, going back as Gutierrez. That will do it for Kansas City. When they get a man aboard, can't score him. Jamie Wright shuts the door. 2-1 lead for the Mariners. He makes a heck of a play here. bat of Aviles. And Kendall scores on that play. That's in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. It's a big steal here, Mike. What do you take the second?
Big steal. Give yourself a chance to get a lead with a base hit. Take the double play out of the equation. And what do you get? A base hit up the middle by KC Kochman. Ichiro scores, and Figgins will score from second base after the stolen base. So a huge play by Figgins, who's been playing well.
Good to see your two speediest guys scoring. You get 2-1 lead. 7th inning stretching. Gutierrez, he was at the dish when Kochman was caught to end the 6th inning. It'll be Goody, Lopez, and Bard.
.104 pitches now for Davies. Let that last changeup up in the zone. Fastball up. Scher still getting loose out in the Royals' pen. He looks like he's ready to go. He was throwing last inning.
Goody 0 for 2 today. Fly to right, fly to center. Base hit up the middle. And Goody now 9 for 19 against Kyle Davies.
One of the things that coaches and managers used to look for in a pitcher when he's getting tired is, are the pitches getting up? They don't always have the clicker over there where they're counting pitches as an automatic. And right now you can see Davies, all 3 of those pitches to Gutierrez up in the zone as he comes out. And Joe's trying to give him an opportunity to get off the field, maybe sneak a win, but that's not going to happen as Teixeira will come in the ball game.
2-1 lead. Mariners get to face an old teammate. Rule 5 acquisition from the Yankees, and he was dealt away not too long ago. 2-1 Mariners. On. Let's take a look at our Geico quote. And it's from Hall of Famer George Brett. Royals and the Yankees hated each other. To this day, whenever I see Lou Piniella or one of those Yankees talk about how we hated those guys. One time I didn't even have the ball, and Piniella tried to spike me at third base. That's some heated rivalries there, boy. Let's rank them up. Teixeira takes over. First hitter is going to be Jose Lopez. Lopez today, a couple of groundouts. Pitch out, nothing on. Gutierrez has had a great year stealing bases, 15 out of 16. 2-0. All right, what do you got here?
Look for a fastball and turn it loose. That's his strength. Lopez likes to hit the fastball. Preferably something middle in.
Two-0 pitch. Back through the middle, base hit. The Mariners building another threat here in the 7th.
He gets the fastball, but it's away from him. Hits it hard back up the middle. Take a look at the swing by Lopez. Pretty good pitch by Teixeira on the outside corner, knee high, but he lines it back up the middle.
One-run lead, first and second, nobody out. Betterman in on the grass at third. Here comes Butler at first. Bunt shown. Ball 1.
Now Barty just wants to bunt it firmly to third. Make Betterman, the third baseman, come in and field it.
There, 2-0. That was Jack Wilson here. I believe it was Sunday a couple of weeks ago against Boston. Same type of situation. Youthfulness was charged. He showed bunt, pulled the bat back, and ripped one to right.
Yeah, the Royals aren't being nearly as aggressive as Boston was.
Close. About that. Really got him out of the ballgame. After struggling through the first 5. 2-0 Bard gets down the bunt. Nice job. Kendall goes down to Billy Butler. Sacrifice a success. Sacrifice 2-3 runners advance. Now through August 17th. You can select from 15 different MLB community initiatives to win a $200,000 Pepsi Refresh grant. Felix and the Mariners, they've teamed up with the Washington State Coalition Against Domestic Violence, a project giving local youth coaches the tools to teach nonviolence, responsibility, and respect. Go now by visiting MLB.com/Pepsi Refresh or text Mariners to 76462. Used to say a couple of ducks on the pond for Ryan Langerhans here. 1 out.
Royals infield is up.
Strike 1. Ryan has struck out first 2 times up.
Normal depth in the outfield.
Gutierrez is at third. Lopez, not a burner. He's at second. Bunts on, and he's a dead duck. Kendall's going to run him back. Dives and got him.
Oh, boy.
2 down.
I don't mind the play, but Ned Yost, the manager, pitches out on a squeeze play, and this is a suicide squeeze. You can see Gutierrez was halfway down the line. Tries to get back, but apparently the Royals were able to see something, or it was just a really good guess on Yost's part.
Kendall at 35 still runs well. 2 outs. Oh, 0-2 here to Langerhans. And he's gone. For the 3rd time, a strikeout victim. There was some they weren't quite sure on the Kansas City side, but that is a strikeout. And the Mariners' threat, well, it doesn't produce anything. All right, Angie, thank you very much. Mariners of recent had a lot of success with the safety squeeze. They went with the suicide squeeze, and it was a good call on the part of Ned Yost, the Kansas City manager. It worked out well for Kansas City.
I think that's what it was. I think it was just a good, educated guess by Yost. I doubt that he has the signs. Brandon Lee in the ball game now, so he'll take over for Jamie Wright.
With Butler to lead off. And the whys and wherefores of a suicide there as opposed to a safety would be?
Well, I think the biggest reason why is you have the infield up, so everybody, the third baseman and the first baseman, obviously you have the pitcher on the mound, but everybody's so much closer that if you try to go with a safety squeeze, I think it puts a lot of pressure on the hitter to drop a perfect bunt down. You go with a suicide squeeze, which is what they did, the bunt just has to get down anywhere, and the runner will score with Franklin Gutierrez's speed and having the opportunity to get some momentum coming down the line on the suicide squeeze. So I don't have a problem with the call at all. I think it was a good call. I just think that it was a better call by Ned Yost, the manager for the Royals, in that situation to call for the pitch out right there. And I'm sure a lot of that to come from scouting the Mariners and knowing that they're willing to do that, because they have done that a few times here in the recent amount of games that they have played to try to score runs.
Team has been scored a whole bunch of runs. Butler sends one to Figgins. Throws out Billy. I'll make a correction. I got a correction from PR department. For Jack Wilson, the fifth metacarpal. It's a hand, metatarsal would be in the foot.
Neither one of them good.
Correct. One out in the eighth. There's Wilson Bettamy. Ground out, walk, and fly out. Mariners holding on, a 2-1 lead. Well stroked right field. Ichiro out the plate on the hot base hit. Visit the official online shop for the Mariners at mariners.com. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, memorabilia, authentic classics for the whole family, and more. So get your gear from the official source, the mariners.com shop. Accept no substitutes. Ryan Pena. Brandon Lee, we last saw him on Friday night, 7-1 Mariner victory through a 1-2-3 ninth. So Jesse Chavez is up and throwing now for Kansas City. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Brandon Lee involved a lot of decisions this year. 8-6 with a 3.21 ERA. Second on the ball club in finishing games to Artsman. Brandon's finished 21 games, Artsman 29. Good pitch.
Leads the club with wins. He has 8. Trying to get Vargas his 8th right now.
But the Mariners in the 7th, first 2 men on, sacrificed them over, couldn't get them in. 6th inning, 2 runs on 3 hits, and Casey Katzen was cut between first and second. That ended the 6th. Base hit in the right. Developing story here is Benjamin will get the third easily. 1 out, runners at the corners. Mariners up only a run.
Take a look at this last pitch. Bard wanted that pitch away. It was on the inside corner. Pena hits it into right field, so he missed his location with that pitch.
Mike Gavila's infield hit and an RBI in the 6th. 1 for 3. Ball 1. It was 0 for 2 against Lee. Seen the play work, what, once this year?
You really have to sell it and assume that the guy is going to be taking off. I doubt Pena is going anywhere. I think he's doing it just to see if Aviles gives anything away.
Bouncing ball, chance for 2. Wilson big ends over to Katzman. Double play! Needed it, and they got it. Well turned. A vital double play here for the Mariners. Preserves the 1-run lead here at Safeco Field. Thank you, Reggie. Back here at Safeco Field, Josh Wilson to lead it off. He just started the inning-ending double play as we look at Jesse Chavez taking over for KC.
Only 3 innings pitched for him, a couple of strikeouts, has not walked a batter yet.
With Blanco from Atlanta. Going to Josh. Josh got the Mariners' first hit. That was in the 3rd inning, and that stood as the only hit until the 6th inning as David Archman heats up. Popped up. Butler says they got it. 1 count here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners 3-5 on the season against Kansas City. Just 1-4 here in Seattle. Trying to get the rubber match here today. Jack in the Box in-game box score for the Mariners. KCA Kochman 2-run single was huge. The difference right now. Drop the order in Ichiro. Served one into left field. Last time up, scored along with Figgins on the Kochman 2-run single. Taps one down to Aviles. High throw, throws it away. Throw will be at second. Its speed makes him rush. See it all the time. Give him a base hit. Wow.
Looks like he rushed the throw.
He's going to stay alive down there. So base hit E6. An insurance tally is available for Mr. Figgins right now with 1 out.
Figgins had a base hit his last time up.
Ball 1. And he followed that up with a stolen base and stay out of a double play. Ichiro, that's hit number 144. Want to know to Figgins. They are playing him so shallow. It's so swung over towards left field.
Huge gap in right center field.
If he hits it over the second baseman's head, run as long as you want. That's how we got here. Kansas City scored first. Mariners answered immediately. Both teams knocking out 7 hits. Good count here for Figgins. Batting average up to 252 coming into this at bat. Just a couple of weeks ago, he was down in the 230s. Oh, did he pull a string there? 2-2.
86-mile-an-hour changeup after a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Two. Work the full count. You see Kochman on deck. Over the Mariners' first 2 runs. Figgins having an outstanding homestand, 11 for 22. Runner goes. Hit the other way. That's going to score a run easily. Figgins digging for 2, slamming on the brakes. But he picks up an RBI and a little bit of cushion here. 3-1 Seattle. Figgins with the RBI is 29th. He's 12 for 23 in the homestand.
A nice homestand. Average continues to go up. Big base hit right here. A fastball out over the plate. Ichiro on the move, slaps it in the left center field, and Ichiro will come around to score easily. Figgins swinging the bat much better from the left side.
Oh, man. Been waiting for that for a long time. Here's Kochman. See if he can keep it going here. 1 out, 1 in, 1 on. Mariners' speed. Big factor here, and it's going to be a nice, interesting case of 2-run lead for the DA. Top of the order, Ichiro scored the 2 runs, and Figgins has another. So The boys at the top getting them in, getting them over, getting them on, getting them over, getting them in. Catching him. He's ahead here 2-0. His last 2 times up, he's picked up singles. He's got a stolen base on his homestand total of 12 for 23. His good buddy Casey Catchman trying to bring him home here. 2-1. Stolen base for Figgy was his 30th back in the 6th inning. Outside corner, 2-2. They're just trying to get their 3rd win here in the month of August. They're 2-4. Kansas City is 3-3. 2 pitch. Almost came on.
They slipped a little bit. Look at Biggins going back.
Ooh.
Yes, foot came out on him a little bit.
Runner goes, swung on, foul. Day here at Safeco Field, 24,078 on hand. Runner takes off, swung on, driven to center field. Going back is Blanco, he's got it. Biggins will retreat, 2 down. Kurt Suzuki and the division rival Athletics, they take on the Mariners tomorrow night, first of a 3-game set right here at Safeco Field. We'll have it for you. Live coverage beginning at 6:30 on FSN and FSN HD. So we saw Russell Brennan homer last night at a 1-for-4 evening, and this afternoon he's 0-for-2, couple of strikeouts and a walk.
Royals again with the shift on the infield. Bedham at the third baseman, swung around the other side at second base.
First time Brandon seeing Chavez. Got home plate umpire Tony Rendazzo.
He hit him in the collarbone, didn't it?
Ooh. See if they give him a couple seconds to shake it off. Got a little bit of pad, but that still hurts. See him recoil. 2-2. Argo swung on and missed. And that'll do it for the Mariners. They pick up a run on 2 hits, and they're in a man left. To the 9th, they turn the case over to the DA. David Artsman coming on, 3-1 Mariners. Score him, let him run. Well, that formula has worked today as Ichiro scored 2 runs. Figgins has scored a run. Figgins has 2 hits, so does Ichiro. So it's been a good day for the 2 speed boys up top.
And it's actually worked pretty well for the homestand. They've been on base a lot. It's just a matter of getting the big hits behind them. And today they were able to do that. The base hit from Casey Kosman and Figgins picking up Ichiro later. But the 2 of them had a nice homestand.
Northwest Dodge dealers called to the bullpen. Brings us David Artsma. The DA comes on. Picked up well in a 1 inning last night. And he picked up a save earlier in the week. Good to see him out there again. Mitch Meyer to lead off. Artsman picked up his 19th save on Tuesday.
Gordon has come out on deck, so he will pinch hit for Willie Bloomquist.
Upstairs, Artsma last night faced 4 hitters, struck out 2, walked 1. It's 2-2 here to Meyer. Ground ball to Figgins. 1 out. We get a pinch hitter now, Alex Gordon. Swing the bat for Willie Bloomquist. Gordon, pinch hit. 1 for 2 against Artsma. Upstairs, ball 1. Deep drive, center field, going back. Gutierrez to the track. It is gone. Alex Gordon unloads. And how huge is that Figgins' 8th inning RBI now? 3-2 ball game. 1-0 pitch, and Alex Gordon rides it out of here. For Gordon, his 5th home run.
And not much doubt about it. Take a look at it. Knows he's going to get a fastball up, out over the plate. Puts it into the seats in center field.
Now another 1-run ball game for the Mariners. 1 out, a run in. Chris gets the hitter. Fifth home run given up by Ardsley. Gets this afternoon is grounded out. Reaching a fielder's choice and a sacrifice. Figgy's 8th inning RBI, huge. His 12th hit of the homestand. Right now, that's the difference in this ballgame. Line drive, Lopez, 2 down. Hot corner, you bet. With 2 outs, nobody on. A run in. Top of the order now, Gregor Blanco. 0-4 this afternoon. Time is called. First pitch to Blanco. Lopez in at 3rd, strike 1. Bouncing ball, this will do it. Figgins, the catchman, makes the ball game. Mariners win it 3-2. They take this series 2-1 against Kansas City, and they win a 1-run ball game. After losing one last night, they go 15-21 in those decisions. Sean Figgins won a homestand, Mike.
Really nice homestand for Figgins. The Mariners now even up this homestand at 500, 3 games apiece, and Figgins really swinging the bat well. He and Ichiro have been on base a lot during the homestand, something they were hoping to see all year long. And Figgins, though, swinging left-handed, has really done a nice job lately. And how about Jason Vargas? Vargas, again, another nice outing for him. Talked about the lack of run support. Well, it's another tight ball game, but Vargas pitched well again, just giving up the 1 run while he was out there. So a nice win for the Mariners.
Nice to see smiles on the faces of the Mariner ball players as they take their record to 42-70. Kansas City goes to 47-64. And the Mariners now 3-4 in the month of August. We will talk to you tomorrow. Oakland in town. We continue with Brad and Bill. Fellas?
All right, thanks, gentlemen. They don't even know where we are, Bill. They just say, take